Woo-hoo-hoo. A grown man on a 20-inch kid's bike? Yes. I think they call it a Manta frame. I'm not sure. I forget. It's pretty cool. Let's take another closer, better look at this thing. What do you think? You think this is like Ronald McDonald's kid's bike? It is kind of a clown bike, I gotta say. I got this from a friend of mine. He's got a pretty extensive Schwinn collection. It didn't look anything like this. It had a standard 20-inch BMX fork on it. The only thing still on this frame that was on it is the crankset and the pedals, the chain, and the wheel set. Everything else I replaced and made it way cooler, way coolerer. I don't think he knew, maybe he did, I don't know, but the rear end on this was all screwed up. The chain stays were okay, they were standard position. I had to dimple them with another friend of mine. He had a tool to do that. Looks like it's rubbing, but it's not. I just can't get a shot in there. There we go. So I used a dimple tool to dimple those, and then the seat stays were all a mess. They were forced in, bent. They looked like S's. So somebody had really messed with this rear end. It was way off to the left. So yesterday I benched it, straightened it out, and spread these seat stays to fit this fat tire. How did I do that? With this block of wood here. That's actually 3 inches. That's 2.5. And that's 3 inches. So I wedged that in there with a mallet, whacked it up in there, and you might get it on a little bit of a cant, and then you could mess with the frame with a long bar and bend it, and then cant it the other way, bend it, put it back in straight, take it out, knock the frame in, you know, realign the dropouts, and after you mess with it enough, you get it perfect. You just gotta not give up. It's got the classic vintage MX loaf seat, motocross loaf seat. You guys remember these from when we were kids, right? I'm running this road bike shifter. It's shifting through all 6 gears. That's right, I said it, 6 gears. The derailleur that was on it was a little bit messed up, wasn't really shifting well or clean. This is working great. It's the thing I do with these old mountain bike forks. If you look in where the bosses were, I cut them off, but there are these little riser blocks that are hollow. It allows me a place to put a bolt and a nut. So I make this aluminum plate so that I can mount a front brake, which is, you know, super cool. Kind of got a chopper look to it. These old mountain bike crown forks are super strong. So the idea of putting a 26-inch fork with a 20-inch wheel is to lift the front end, and you can see what this does to the bottom bracket. It levels that out with the ground, probably lifts it a hair. But now you can run a 165 millimeter crank. And a 165 millimeter crank with gears is very comfortable for a grown person, an adult. If you are looking at this and you're going, why would a grown man want to ride a 20-inch bike? I don't get it. You know, listen, go out and have some fun, will you please? Because you are clearly not having enough fun in your life. You don't know what fun is. You don't remember what it's like to be a kid anymore. And you are at risk of becoming an old fogey, a very boring, rules-oriented person, and nobody likes those people. So try to avoid that at all costs. How do you avoid that at all costs? Build something like this, all right? Ride around on a kid's bike. It's fun. I've got a couple of 20-inch bikes. I might sell this one. I think I can get a pretty good amount of money for this bike. So if you're interested, you know, contact me. But pretty cool, pretty happy with it. Pretty stoked. It's fun. I think what I'll do is I'll take it for a ride down at the beach one day. Maybe we'll do a 20-inch ride. The fellas did a 20-inch ride while I was out of town. So maybe we'll do another one soon. As far as inspiration on it, you see it all, right? There's a strong muscle bike vibe combined with a BMX vibe. So it's a BMX muscle bike, 20-inch Schwinn clown bike. It's a freaking clown bike. But it's fun. Guaranteed to make you smile.